Hey guys, welcome back to the CNJ show, and I got my favorite gin and juice here, and my sister Nick, and we hope that you guys are having a good day today. We're gonna get on with this topic. Okay, so now the last couple of videos, I think it was like maybe 3 videos, I did, but Gin and Juice and my sister, they wasn't in the video, so I'm gonna ask them some questions, just going back a little bit and seeing what they think about it, and they're just gonna come out and give me their answers, straight up answers on this. Okay, y'all know the girl Gorilla. Okay, so now she put on the thing like, okay, she says randomly I do get I like to wear black panties because I get dookie stings all the time in my underwear. So that's the reason why I always wear black panties. I think that, majority of females get that.
I would say no. I think that's definitely false. Yeah, I would say no. I definitely think that's false.
Is it false? Is it false? I mean, like, wait, is that false?
Yeah. Why would she say that though?
So is that just her? I mean, I was thinking, okay, maybe she was wearing, because I said myself, I don't think that's
regular for anybody unless you have a problem.
Which I said that.
Or whatever. But to just be having, as an adult, doo-doo stains in your underwear, for why?
And now Shaq I don't know if he's for real. And I always spoke so highly of him, but he did, propose to her. I don't know if that was a joke or for real, but that's what she has. So that's not, everybody got their own age group. So that's not common, because I said maybe you just didn't wipe. Maybe you just did not wipe good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I would say no to that. I don't think that is, either you didn't wipe good or you wasn't finished using the bathroom. Because why would it be, but I'm just saying, like, if you go to the bathroom, it should be nothing, It should
at
be,
a certain age, it's just like because I don't care if it takes you 30 minutes to keep going and re-rolling that tissue to keep looking, like, I don't think that this should always pop up. I mean, I don't know if she just, I don't know what's going on.
That is so nasty.
But only thing that I just thought about was, I'm glad that she did to say that. And I know, and I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I am a fan, and hey, maybe it's an issue there, but I just wanted, because I did say it, I just wanted to ask y'all what y'all felt about that.
Yeah,
I felt that was something. Okay, the other thing was, do you guys, about the whole Tia Mowry and Corey, that they separated?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now she comes out, and I was wondering why everybody's giving her like that, hey Tia, we're supporting you for, with the divorce, and everybody just coming up to her, giving her all, like, do y'all think that maybe, honestly, that he could have cheated, or it was just time to go? What you think about that?
Yeah, what you think? I'll let Jen go first.
Did he cheat? I don't think he cheated based off of how she reacted. I think it was just something, because she doesn't seem bitter. And I think a lot of times when you leave something and you're not ready to leave because somebody done forced you to leave because they done cheated and it's not going to work, you're going to be bitter. You're going to be angry because, you love your husband and this, that, and the third, but you can't be with him, right?
Yeah.
I think it was something where, I don't know if she grew tired of him or he grew tired of her, whatever it was. I think it's more she grew tired of him. And she was just done with him, to where they are because she seems very happy. And I don't think someone can be that happy if they hadn't already, like, feel like a weight has been lifted off of their shoulder, and him being that weight.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I feel like, I think cheating brings out a different beast in people. Yeah. I think that's like, for a lot of people, is an unforgivable thing. So whether you leave the relationship completely or you work on it, there's still a lot of bitterness and frustration and anger and just so many things, I think, going on with that, to where eventually they end up breaking up anyhow. But I agree with, like, what Jen said. I don't think that it was a cheating thing. I think sometimes people, believe it or not, people just grow apart. You realize like, okay, this is not really what I want to do. And as you get older, your career, slow down. His career slows down, and whatever it is. And it's normally like, okay, well, we were busy. We wasn't seeing each other this much. So now that, things is kind of slowed down, it's kind of like, okay, I don't really like you like that. I don't really want to be around you often.
Yeah.
So.
But, hey, now, Romeo and Master P.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was looking at that video, and Master P seemed like he was coming from a sad place, and was thinking that Romeo just was like really hurt and devastated because of, he was thinking it was about the sister, and then with the guy Twitch, rest in peace to them both, they passed, and thinking that maybe that's why his son was so down and stuff, reaching out to for saying things. Now Romeo went on to tweet that he's broke. He said he can compromise with $15K. He can tolerate that. But when he has to look and see that his dad out of the month have $100K, that's in a different story. And he have tried to communicate with his dad, talk to him, but he won't respond. And that was the only way for his dad to respond, is to come out in public and really talk about this. But one of the things that he did mention was this whole check. He said he put 15 years into the rap chip, and Master P just basically let him know, and was telling him once they sell the business, that's when he could get a little piece of the pie. But he'd been getting money from it, and so since they little feud or whatever, that was his first paycheck that he just got, maybe like last month, from the rap chips. The rap snack chips, and he said that he was promoting that for free. He did a lot with that, but it seemed like is because how Master P do it, everything has been a family business. So do you think that maybe, like, is it a family business, or because Romeo just kind of came out, he just came out and was like, okay.
Well, I mean,
and he thanked the guy for telling him about that. I guess the man who owns the rap chips were kind of like telling him, no, you've been getting a check, you've just been giving them to your dad.
Wow. But see, that's messed up. Regardless of how quote unquote hurt Master P is, and he might be hurt because he's been doing this for such a long time, to where that you don't want the relationship to be messed up.
Hold on, wait. I don't want to cut you. Now Romeo is like 31, 32 or something, right? So you go back to 15 years ago. Do you think that was just something like, okay, you know what? He was getting the money. You still as a child though. And just as you kind of was growing up, maybe that's just going, because it seemed like with their money for some reason, like it's all in like a family thing, but Master P is over it somehow.
Yeah, but see, and the thing is, and I'm just be honest, if it had not been for Master P or whatever, Romeo wouldn't, even with what he was getting, whether it was with the rap snacks, his music, he only had like maybe 2 or 3 songs that came out that people knew of, I think.
He has clothing line and acting.
What kind? What?
His clothing. He has a clothing line.
Yeah, he know what I'm saying? He did like little bits on, pop-ups on people's TV shows. But I'm saying up until now, 31 years old, that wouldn't still be. You get what I mean? Like, you wouldn't still have that kind of money. But at the end of the day, of course, I don't feel like Master P should have kept anything and been so greedy. I think he should have let him see what he was making. Like, this is what you make. This is this, that, and third. So we're going to put a certain amount up. So, but hey, by the time you're 21, you will take that out. And then if you want to do some of these investments with me, you can, because you're a young man now. This, that, and the third. But everything that Master P did, like he said, they live in check to check. But 1 month, they say Master P was making like $300 million. I mean, 1 year he made $300 million, supposedly. I don't know how true that was. That's when he had the CDZ college, and he had like a little clothing line. And
but then, you say, which Romeo did too, say that his money because he's been holding everything down for the last couple of years, his money had to pay off all of that stuff.
Who money?
Romeo said, like, with his, because his dad was backed up with the taxes, just different things. His money had to pay that off. Pay off a lot of that stuff.
Or he probably had to help pay some stuff.
Me personally, I believe everything Romeo said.
I believe it.
I feel like his daddy didn't pay him a dime up until the other day, maybe about a week ago, when he said he got his first check from Rap Snacks after he put everything out. I do feel like his daddy is wrong for what he did. And I do feel like it was financial abuse. He took all of his money, whatever money he did have, didn't go to him. He just took everything. So,
yeah,
it's just terrible.
It is. Now, guys, and we're going to end this. Now, it was one more thing that I did want to say, because this stuff is kind of like old stories, but it's like, just hearing their side and their opinions. Nanique, with T.I.'s son, King, you remember you said that he was rubbing people the wrong way. You both said that. Mm-hmm. Now, I look back, and I was looking at the video, and I know everybody is different. Kids is different. Now the manager to me was kind of wrong. I'm going to say the lady, whoever she was wrong due to the fact that he was on a telephone, minding his own business on the phone. And she interrupted him to tell him, go out the door with all of that. Mm-hmm. Now you said that he was he was disrespectful. He's this. And I do know. Now I'm just saying, I do know everybody put respect in a different way. But was that her place to go and say that? Because it does change things. It's not like, okay, she brought out his food and he was being so rude and disrespectful. That happened because he was on the phone. And she told him in that type of a way.
About when he was on live.
Yeah, when he was on live. He was on the phone. And she just goes and interrupt everything and say, you need to get out of here with all of that.
I think it had already escalated to that point once he hopped on live. I think he was kind of trying to record what they was doing and saying in the argument that he was having and stuff like that. You know, at the Waffle House. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he had then, I think by the time he started recording, I think it was like an escalated situation that he wanted to show what was going on.
You just hate him, don't it?
Oh, no, I don't care about it. I don't care about it at all. No,
I was just saying, and you do.
And I don't hate no kids.
Yeah, not hate them. I wouldn't say that. That was in a joking way.
No, I think it's just,
But I was just saying, like, in a way, like, these days, back in our days, we got so much respect because of how we was raised, and we know good and time well. Mm-hmm. Even down to teachers, like, no, we're gonna get it. We can't do what everybody else do, because our mom she gonna get us now. If you wanted to talk to my daddy, that's probably be a different story if he could get that phone call. But my mama, she's gonna get that phone call, and she's gonna when
she get off work, she on that phone.
She's on that phone for 4 hours, and she's gonna tear your butt up. So she's gonna get it, and she's gonna always side with the adult. That's the authority, because you're the child. So what I'm saying is, being that we got these days, like the times that we're living in right now, there's not, I would not go to no 18-year-old telling them nothing about respect. Not if I don't own the place. Like, okay, no, listen, you don't need to be on no phone. Mm-hmm. In here, you being too loud. Take that conversation out of here, because that is what she told him. Mm-hmm. Get out the phone. You take your conversation. It wasn't that escalated. Because he was cursing and doing all of that, and that could have been, rude around the customers and stuff. Yeah, but it's like it's Waffle House. Okay. I don't know. Gin and juice.
I just feel like with him, his parents don't know what to do with him. And then now he's our problem in terms of like him with all of his shenanigans online. Me personally, I don't like the kid. I feel like he's very rude. I feel like he's very disrespectful. And that's just it.
And that's what you think?
Yeah.
I think he's a pretty cool kid.
No, I think he has a lot of course.
He's 18, and too. I don't want to keep saying that, Jennifer, but he gets picked on so much. I know, but he gets picked. People pick on him so much. Like y'all don't understand his hurt. They pick on him a lot. Thinking like, okay, how he looks. He gets picked on a lot.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I feel like, to be 18, period, dealing with, just even school bullies, but to deal with all of these adults saying all of these things, I would never, obviously go on no internet and make no comment about them or something like that.
But to sit there and be rude to someone that's servicing you or whatever it is, it's just like,
Jen and Jules, so you having a phone conversation, somebody tell you, hey, get out of here with all of that.
That's what the person said to him?
That's what the lady said. So what you gonna say? And I'm not taking up for him, but I'm just saying, like, we're living in a different time. If this was like maybe 20 years ago, okay, no, not to do that, but you can't tell these grown kids that. They'll probably end up trying to kill you. Yeah, I just went on. I was just one never did it. But listen, yeah, you guys heard what they had to say about this. And the next thing, I did want to ask them, because we'll be back with this. Now we don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows with this? And just being honest, because this is a question. Because people be wanting to ask stuff. Do you believe in an open relationship? Would you consider an open relationship?
I feel like if both parties are agreeing to it, I think a lot of times it's one sided where, one person really wants it and they're out and enjoying themselves, whatever, where the other person is not, really enjoying the fruits of having an open relationship. I think that's when it's unfair. But I think once people know, like, hey, you chilling, you having a good time, I'm chilling, I'm having a good time, we don't need to lock each other down, let's have an open relationship. I do believe in it. I do think that that's, for some people, I think that's good because I feel like they don't want to be like in a monogamous relationship with nobody. So if you don't want to be in a monogamous relationship, but you still want this person, you still want to hang out, you still want to have, like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
So is it rules to an open relationship? Like, because when I see open, we can put, to me, I just feel like gin and juice. Is it rules? How could you put rules if it's open? Because it's kind of like, okay, we got rules to this thing. We might as well just be me and you, and I could just be cheating.
I don't think it's rules. I don't think you can have rules to open a relationship because I think you can have rules, but I don't think no one's going to follow them. You know what I mean? You can say, oh, if you sleep with someone, I want to meet them and this and the third. You might meet the first 2 or 3, but then that 4th and 5th one, she's doing whatever she wants to do, sleeping with whoever she wants to sleep with. I think once you get comfortable in a thing, you stop adhering to the rules so much. So, and I don't feel like you can get mad at the person really because, that whole boundary of not having sex with somebody else has already been crossed. So when you start saying, okay, you can have sex with somebody else, but you got to let me know, or, it gets very vague. You know what I mean? What's to stop her from going out that night and just sleeping with some guy that she like, whatever? I mean, nothing.
But I think a lot of
times... She
probably
think you doing the same thing.
But a lot of times with open relationships, that is the opposite. They don't want to know. It's like a thing like, okay, whatever you doing.
So what is the point? So you just basically, listen, I know you cheating on me. Wait, not cheating. I know you with somebody. It's just that, I just know, but I don't want to know. But I do know. So if you come in at 4 o'clock in the morning, I already know.
Yeah, I think it's just like this guy was saying, I was listening to this story on TikTok or reading it or whatever, I don't remember. But basically, he asked for the open relationship because, with his wife, I guess she gained some weight. I don't really remember exactly. But then, he was bored and stuff like that. So she agreed. And, of course, she was hurt about it. And, she didn't really want to do it. But then she ended up going through with it. Start taking care of herself, losing a little weight, things like that. And she did start to have the open relationship with other people. And he started to notice that she was happier, she was lighter, stuff like that. So he knew that she was like the days that she'll be like gone and doing this, that, and the third, that she was out with another guy. Meanwhile, he wanted to break it off. Like, okay, I don't want to do the open relationship no more. Like, I'm back happy. Everything is back good. But it's too late. She's having a great time.
And all that, you've been opened up something that you cannot even stop. Yeah, you can't stop that. Because I think people, they just don't get it. Okay, one more thing. Okay, guys, how do you feel? I was just looking on YouTube, and this is the last one. I was looking on YouTube, and it was this biracial couple. So the lady, she was black, and the guy was white, and they're married. She asked him these questions. Okay, is your ex prettier than me? So he was like, with or without makeup? And she was like, what? And so he said, I think that you are prettier than my ex with makeup. Mm-hmm. So she was looking kind of funny. Okay, so then she asked another question. In the bedroom, am I better than your ex? And he said, my exes are just an ex. She was like, okay, in general, who is the best or something. And so I ended up, if he was like trying to pull a leg, of course he was white. So, he was like, okay, but baby, you're asking me these questions, I'm being honest. Okay, now my thing I'm going to ask you guys, and then we can ask the viewers, why with these Q&As, why is it so important to know who looks the best? As if, that's the prize. I look better than who you was with, and I'm better in this department than your ex. But then what about the rest of the things that really supposed to matter? Like, nobody don't never answer that. Why is that so important for you to look better than the ex?
Right.
I think it depends on the stage in the relationship. I think, for me personally, it's in the beginning, it's more so about, what this person look like. You're curious, you want to know, blah, blah, blah. But I think the longer it goes, the more you realize, like, this person don't like you for your looks alone. It has to be something deeper than that. So you start caring about those other things less. That's what I think.
Gee, what did you just say?
What I'm saying is, like, I think in the beginning of a relationship,
you're just curious to see, like, okay, do I look better than them?
Like, I know I look better than her, da da da, like all of this different stuff. Like, it's so much about what you look like, and you're so intrigued, or you want to know what the ex look like, and this, that, and the third, blah blah blah, because it's not really much to the relationship except what you guys look like. You get what I'm saying? Because that's the initial attraction. So you still in that honeymoon phase, and blah blah blah. But as the relationship goes on, I don't think that's a problem anymore.
Yeah, I mean, of course, after it's Neek.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like to answer the question directly about why, why don't people ask about other things or don't touch on the other, topic so much?
Like, why is it, just so important for that?
Right. I don't know. I think a lot of times people are very shallow, because even sometimes long-term relationships and things like that, oh yeah, she don't look better than me, or he don't look better than me, this, that, and the third. And I'm saying this because of the guy Delbert, with him and his baby mama. And I guess it's this whole thing that she felt like, oh, well, she don't look better than me, or whoever it is don't look better than me. He was like, but it's not about that. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, if somebody can care for me and take care of me, like, in a way that you couldn't, like, she still is the prize, like, regardless of the fact. But I think a lot of times people don't really look at that. I think a lot of people are so shallow to where once they look better, automatically they feel like, okay, well, I already won.
Because he left you because you was ugly.
Right.
Or because I looked better. And that's so wrong. Right. And then for me, I was going to say, and we're done with this. I was just saying, and this is so true. And y'all can argue about this whenever you get ready. Whoever you're with, right, they do their thing, but I guarantee you, whoever you was with or you meet outside, that's the person that is rocking your world in their bedroom. Due to the fact that some people do not want to be all that honest with the person that they're in the bed with, because you may have a certain side to you. Some of them do bring that side out of you, but then sometimes it's always the other people that you feel, okay, so I guess I could be just like a little lion, huh? And then other times you want to be like a little scared little lizard hopping, and it's just like, hey, that doesn't work. So it's,
yeah, I mean,
it's hey, whoever's for whatever is what we're saying. Right. But we'll be back with what we do not like and what people say. And the next thing gonna be, I guess, the next time we do this, it would be about all these orgies people is having. That stuff it needs to stop. I was like, well, Jesus, I was just watching something. It's like, it was like 10 or 12 people. I'm like, they really should go to church. I was really thinking that in my mind. But, okay, we're out. We're done.